ana yeba ababede mamema lawyer Eduji Tambakulachi na memano Akwaba wado director in charge of legal affairs for the NDC. Kansa what me Appiah Kubi, congratulations is in order.
Mr. Speaker Niana.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, no permitia wo me dawase as die kabia me kai say one of the last
Kessben
media engagement was with you.
Exactly.
I remember vividly. I think it was a day before.
A day before, yes. The final day of the campaign.
Exactly. That morning, we know a very good encounter. And I made it abundantly clear to you, Sadano. From the groundswork, in fact, I've toured almost the whole country, and it was clear. Obia na son eda phone that we're going to win, and I'll say this: look, as early as March 2024,
okay,
we knew we'll win the election by 57%.
I see.
In fact, you should watch or check the Facebook post of Dr. Omanebuama. It was clear. It was clear. All the work I in actually, but again, you just have to be cautious and work harder. And for me, as a young man associated with the campaign, my biggest fear was complacency.
Okay.
So immediately, I make a pictures. Immediately, H.E. John Dramani Mahama having a campaign. Professor Jinana having a campaign. National chairman having a campaign.
Yeah.
In fact, Mekai national chairman says, listen, on Thursday, you functional executive committee members of the party to follow GM. It will be until home. Obia on a special influence. Obia until home. Obia quiet your bay. And he is confident we'll win the election. Long convoys following the candidate.
The candidate.
And Fabio, Yamia or Katasho, not dumb. Am I a victory, Keke? Am I a victory? I mean, like, it puts everything beyond reasonable doubt. With over 1.7 million votes difference, over 180 something MPs. I mean, this is overwhelming, and we appreciate and we thank God. But you see, Mr. Speaker, I can't leave this without thanking you personally. Look, and you're able to produce the opportunity, me personally, to use your platform to propagate our message of hope. I want to personally thank you, salute you for that opportunity. Look, I still remember vividly my last media engagement. Oh yeah.
Also, I'm grateful for acknowledging that. But my wabaso, in fact, NDC communicators said those, and many are those more functional executive committee. But your humility is very different, and then anytime be a befro be no OJS and say anope yebo wabaso. Yenim say jumadin wa ye no reward ni nyina beba. Na yetime akoswa ye adwuma nso abom. Congratulations, you've done a very good job.
I look, I cannot help but to thank your producer. I think that's Richard, right?
Yes, Richard. Yes.
Ofemia on Dayo. In fact, you're persistent and consistent, and there's no Benjamin on Dayo.
I see.
And, I just want to thank you personally for the opportunity. And I say this with humility. Master, you can have whatever ideas that you have. Without a platform to propagate it, forget it. And the beautiful thing with more platform is more rich. You do look, sometimes I'll be there, people in the US will call me.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Speaker. Obia over US sorry I'm not paying you.
Exactly.
So the platform was so huge, sir. It gave us the opportunity to reach diverse groups of people. And it makes the work easier. Look, I go on the campaign platform, right? And you go to a community, you speak to them. Then you go to another community, you speak to them. But with the benefit of radio and television, within 2 minutes, nothing in our make I say, make a campaign and war Ashanti region. I have for north, south, east.
Okay.
92.9.
Now, this Ebijama, no, that's in called Sabrono. Now, Udu Sabrono, said you different tribes, Kusasi for or Konkomba for or, different, and you have to reach out. The benefit of radio makes the work easier. Because then, with one set, you can reach many people. And so, in all, I personally want to thank you for the privilege, the opportunity. And you see, the other thing I remember in our last conversation, you were asking very probing questions. And those probing questions, Emma made the opportunity to explain further the things that, we want to do.
I remember clearly the question on Kokon Kitting.
and see how you gave me the opportunity to bring the budget of 2020, the export of
report.
The trade report. And I'm sure even you that day you were shocked that these were the numbers we're dealing with. And you remember I told you that you Google the trade report yourself and go to say so and let's have the conversation. How much we were putting, and then go on to think it make I say let's go to think it and all of those things.
When you about I know I'm a buone back why never the assuming feature. Very well.
Thank you.
Very
well.
I wish
you well. I wish you well in school as well.
Thank you. There's a crowd platform, no. Yeah, the TV back home, Akaho, and to say, you are on double TV. I don't pay a walk. I say, you're on Kessben and then you're on Aseda TV as well. And all country more. But my yearning come more quick one and Sana Majao Mawako. And there was a statement a buyer. From the secretary to the president, MMDCE's appointment has been terminated, and I think so. We are within some crisis in the energy sector. Quick one, Mamintio on the MMDCE disappointment. First, many are saying they wish Senkamube taking more time. Nanka MMDCE is I prepare handing over notes, I hand over properly. And sign as such a directive, a bit to me. Mamintio, what might have gone into this decision I'm not taking?
Okay, so first of all, we have in Ghana what is called the Transition Act.
Yes.
The Transition Act provides 6 months before the election. Appointees must prepare the handing over notes. And so it cannot be said, people needed, as it were, time to prepare their handing over notes. The Transition Act is very clear. In fact, I need to also tell you, I am on the Transition Subcommittee on Local Governance.
Okay.
So the handing over notes on the local governance, the local government services or something, it came to my staff committee.
Okay.
And we went through it. So ours was legal and governance. To handle foreign affairs, attorney general, local government. And so we've gotten the handing over notes in respect of the things that were happening in the. So it cannot be the question or the case there was the need for time in order to get the handing over notes were voluminous, from 300 pages, 500 pages, and what have you. But what I said. So
yes.
Look, the appointment of the ministers at the MMDCEs was coterminous with the appointing authority.
Okay.
And so once it had happened, we just felt that there was a need. You see, remember, say, in 2009, late Professor Mills, Emma, a lot of time.
Yes,
so
for about 6 months, they were still in office.
So possibly we've learned from the benefit of that history. That is why this time around we have to do that with speed and purpose. And also remember, say, at that time we didn't have the Local Governance Act. It's a new enactment that came in 2016, and the dictates are a bit more different. And so, Elintina, H. Don Dramani Mahama had quickly done this.
Very well. But in that same effect, we are told there is a Supreme Court ruling on chief executives. One more appointment, through the Public Services Commission. The Supreme Court had said, those people, as I say, a more certain tenure of office, and the appointment cannot be terminated immediately. Do you have a fair idea of this particular ruling, and then what will be the decision moving forward?
So, the title of the case is Clause Donko.
Okay.
Versus Attorney General. You notice the lawyer who did it was me. I was a lawyer in the matter, so I'm pretty familiar with it. First of all, I think we should all see the appointments to positions of this nature. There's a basic fundamental principle of law.
Okay.
Contracts of employment are not contracts of servitude. And so they can always be terminated.
Okay.
Subject to compliance with either a rule of procedure, rule of law, or what have you.
Yes.
There are some positions that you cannot, as it were, touch the person.
I don't know, a bit to say, dear, hey.
Obi to say, or your charge balls.
Okay.
You can't. What I say, you can't. Auditor General, you can't. Because the Constitution provides the mode by which you can terminate those appointments.
Okay.
Then you also have appointments that you can only terminate subject to just cause.
Yes.
Particularly appointment flowing from Article 190. You must show just cause. But beyond that, all appointments can actually be terminated subject to fulfillment of conditions, either a notice in lieu of that determination. If you are in the contract, you see you give the person 3 months notice. In lieu of that notice, you compensate the person. So there are all kinds of. So the case did not say you cannot remove. It only says you can do it subject to certain conditions being fulfilled. And I'm the lawyer on record. I conducted that case.
Very well. In that effect, we are going to see some of this directive coming up, just as we've seen with that of a year MMDCE, right?
Absolutely.
And a quick one on the energy sector. The first year of President Mahama in office, Excellency, there was a committee formed and chaired by the Chief of Staff, Ura Julius Deborah, who were made to understand that by close of day and there ought to be a roadmap. And Komodieno Akwakusi saying Ghana for the Omupeso Motia and Kania Nijinaso. What is the way forward in getting fuel for the energy sector?
Once again, the Akobanya, you see, look, I say with humility. My matters way has always been in energy and natural resources related matters. The procurement of fuel, and sebi I had to say with the gallon semi-quaco to fuel.
Okay.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of negotiation and what have you. And look, I would say Ghana has energy production in this country. Okay. Fueled by essentially 3 things. essentially three things: water, and then the hydro, acosomo, wind, and a bone.
Yeah.
What is that? In the years, I was the friend of thermal plants. Now, thermal plants, no, either using gas or light or heavy fuel, LCUs and what have you. The problem is that as for insurance, many will have any control over it.
Okay.
You have a control over a gas and a light crude and a heavy fuel. The thermal plants may be a combined cycle. It means using gas in the water.
It means light crude, no? Okay.
Like, and Oshaya, the two principal source of gas in Nigeria and Gabon.
Yes.
And and gas. But gas, no, will be the pipeline now, a firm. Inti, I think, Biano, or yet the friend routine maintenance. Now, the Ecoba and they say, Nanka, a casse, a banya bechamu, Danado Danko Gufado, Neba, Miabahe. Nanka say, Omon Peninsula.
Kessben.
Maintenance in October.
Okay.
But because of our battle on it, a buying, I can say, almost reverse matter no and called January. For me, that was a very reckless decision. Yes. Look, the decision to reschedule the maintenance from October
to January
2025 was extremely reckless and political. Because that time, not buying issue said it was too close to the election. And that by reason of, because even we crown, they rescheduled it for January 20th to 16th
February.
What it means is that there's going to be a generation shortfall. The other thing to know is monthly light crude purchase is almost $40 million. And yes,
Kessben.
It's not Charles.
Kessben.
And so a Bambia person will be using gas because it's cheaper, cry. Well, for me, the decision by the government, they only reschedule the maintenance from October, November, December to January was extremely reckless. We could have avoided it. But that time, not buying through say, it was going to affect them politically. If they had rescheduled it to now and they had won, the only thing is that they would have done PR with it. Oh, yeah, you're doing CCA. And you know those kind of things that they used to tell us.
Exactly.
It was going to be doom CCA and what have you. The expectation was that at least, like I said, light crude, and yeah, tono with gallon. Serious international transactions. The back foot and all of those things. It was completely avoidable. Now, so we woke up and realized that the amount of light crude I hear was it's not enough to even survive a month. But thankfully, leadership has stepped in under the watch of the chief of staff. Their engagement best to immediately procure this light crude before the 20th of January.
Maintenance,
when we say a trouble, Sebio, yenya all the gas that we need. That's where the problem is.
Okay.
They wouldn't even rely on end gas.
So, Council, the question, Ebeye said now, The co-chair for the energy subcommittee for the transition, no, my yes, I mean, in stock, no, the was say no, Eswa, we a send power and one other fee honoma or more enough. Yes, we do not have enough for the other thermal plant Akano. So in the interim, no, I mean, what's going to happen to us?
One will say Nigerian gas is the principal source of gas for Sunasogli. Sunasogli already is about almost 300. And many other of the enclave in way. One will say many of the power plants
Exactly.
Then you have a lot of them also around the Bone enclave, Tema. That enclave. And you know, I could say, we are closer to Nigeria.
Okay.
So, so you can imagine the impact that will be on the southern plants. Huge. But like I pointed out, leadership has stepped in to do everything under their power, as it were.
So for now, no, the assurance will be abaying gusua woye ho adwuma, but enkania no so betumi agina so kakra, right? So that the
no. So that's what we want to do.
Okay.
They will never go under the watch of John Mahama. You see, like I've always maintained, we should never get to this point again in our life. Minya, let me tell you this. The economy thrives on energy. There is no but or if or maybe. The economy thrives. Look, hairdresser and light, coastal operator light, medical doctor light to do an operation. You can hear electricity to operate your console and all of those things. So light is everything. Like I always say, you see, sebi, and you know how to manage it. Never should we ever manage our power issues with propaganda and PR.
Okay.
Look, as we speak, the debt owed to independent power producers already is humongous. Meanwhile, we shouldn't have this at all. If only we were focused, if only we didn't misapply the ESLA proceeds. The decision to misapply the proceeds from ESLA is the reason why we are where we are. It was completely avoidable. I strongly believe when H.E. John Dramani Mahama says, Obabere said to the economy, it will be one founded on candor, no credit.
Okay.
Kessben.
You see, Mr. Speaker,
Council.
You see, I want to believe you have a house, you have a family, you run a house. If every day we are one egg or 2 pieces of egg, whether the base on which I ultimately turn Sanyoma when you are more, say for regular income, or you are from extra work you need to keep them. So that Uncle say, both for X mom, but a borrowed funds and now they told X more. Mr. Speaker,
yes.
Is it sustainable?
That be.
Is it sustainable? Say, they be a dano, go back or borrow from your friends to come and buy eggs, for your children. And it's sustainable. And so there comes a time that you need to be brutally honest with your kids. Brutally honest with your kids. And then you can feed with that. But I have no doubt at all that things will be done well. For the sake of tomorrow. For the sake of tomorrow. At least we shouldn't get to the point where we'll be so reckless with our energy. A headache for all of us. Mr. Speaker.
Council, I'm highly grateful for your time. Your trial appointment, and so the other side where
That's it.
All right, thank you. And the lawyer Edwige Tamakulu, director in charge of legal affairs, and then member of the subcommittee on governance and then foreign affairs as well as local government, speaking to us on the transition team and our face. So the disappointment of MMDCEs across the country per directive Endra. The executive secretary to the president at the at the home common. So the assurances are very clear on the energy sector. Buying a take measures say wamubetimi procure more gas na etimi aboa a power thermal plant ahodwa ye wono as a country. 5 minutes after 8 Kessben 92.9. We are live on Aseda TV, soon to be Kessben Plus TV, and our thing. So Kessben TV itself say Uyisu DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 121. Na afe watching I join your live feed. No, and you know, oko Facebook pacho Kessben TV is streaming, and afe Kessben FM 92.9, and so is streaming. Mamema offer. Engineer Amon Kote Ache na memana akwaba wono local government expert na anopeye misa ne say MMDCE is as say yapamu omo nyina what will be the effect on local government, especially at the municipals, the metro, and then the district assemblies moving forward. Uncle Afishapa,
I've been coming to you,
Afisa say na hoden wo ho na sika no so aba bebre.
Ayu wadaruma.
Na BBI fine there.
Oh yeah, BBI fine.
That's right. And I trade am for say. Na the any kind mona eba no local government mo ye adwuma e wo sector yi mo ache ye pa. Ye to abawie na aban sesa ayam piempie ne ye hu de ye hu yi. Endra ye say MMDC say ho nyina no wo mo fom adwuma ento ho na obia enkofie. Ensusuaso no anything.
The woman say by act na yedi adwuma no. President and appointed MMDCs. Na assembly members according to
Kessben.
And in the same vein, the president na bitimi are disappointed MMDCs no.
Okay.
The argument ni be but be sene act no clear no sa pepe no. Argument ni bi ni say assembly members no ebegina tumu a ene na omo nso wo say in the form of disappointment. But ya argue I know the and to me na adwuma papa enti eno no ya gbatu agu enti yenko obium. Say president no has the powers to do that. Now the interesting woman say your president there. In state is outgoing president or the president who did the appointment. And the president is president. And he's president A and a appointment, you know. Now president B bar or no so a president and he or to me say or disappointed MMDCs, you know. Somewhere in October, was it October or August? Nanado disappointed two MMDCs be. Something about Uti Hobaby and Bako whether Western region was but I know and who some Mahu say it's normally nipa mi bi pe. But when I acquire almost the 261 members, no, na ma obia any aba ho. Enti say emrebia obia mflato emrebia.
Over obia mflato emrebia, you know, ne kwan so anu no ana because yenim say wo mo eye adwuma aban dada atwam kono ana appointed wo mo. Krata so eba endra no very clear. Dr. Callistus Mahama, Executive Secretary, Edema Omampeyin John Dramani Mahama, and an insa Eshesa Krata ye ase. Enti clearly no, Omampeyin anado, and a diwamo ba ye dear. Nanso Omampeyin John Mahama se wapamu womo, and they want to mini womo enye jumebim. Everybody say, I say governance is continuous. Enti no, ne kwa so anu no ana. at least uba ye inka we na to so do mi mienu a wawura office kra wo ye adwuma nka ma na what we be kra ntwam. And so ankoba ne sa. But in the absence of MMDCEs, you know, what happens at the respective assemblies? As they say, one more Juma Beko saying, why the be take charge? Why the be ma assembly no ejuma one more yen so akonkain.
So I would say assembly no coordinating director no. Ono ye secretary to the assembly. So assembly niko atnasia. Or ye more or less like the chief of staff of the assemblies. Nature say okratumi pa assemblies so. And the MMDC niwa was standing in to perform any other functions.
Okay.
The only function maybe I want to mean perform be political aspect of the assembly. But supervision of departments obetimi aye. Day-to-day administration obetimi aye. And obetimi perform sa function no. Presiding members and so I just a presiding member or no year government appointee.
Okay.
Ono na Nitibekeka. The woman say 2016 Act 936 NDC for pass here omode ekoye no Adi Alima eni nanado baye no omudi mrika eko amende sa 2016 Act no nanka 2016
Kessben.
Act 936 no.
Yes.
Now, very difficult for the president to sack government appointees.
Within the assembly,
Yes, 30% now. Appoint you mono.
Okay.
Now, very difficult because conditions, you know, and better, sir. So, we revoke omo appointment now upon the recommendation of 3/4 of the members of the district assembly. Onu kra no the recommendation na beko ansa na president need to me afsake appointee. And now systematically we neglecting the duties. And then third committed act incompatible with the office of a member of the district assembly. Now upon complaint made of wrongdoing or improper conduct established to be true. Let us say, point in very difficult for the president just to wake up and say, Mapamo. And Adi Alima, Minister for Local Government, then, Odimrika, Echo amended sa portion with
Okay.
And a president, Nanadu, Emnya, Kwame Esaki, appointees Nina. What we say, Yakwaba, Sababishi are the same thing, view. And think Omujai, sir, appointees now because appointees be experts in their own field.
Okay.
Despite the fact that it means we are a political animal, but it be a very technical. It be a accountant, Omaba Hunji, Yetimi appointee Omakowa, a shape the financial position of the assemblies. It be a technical people, our environment, health, for need safety, in Yamanema. No, so the expertise, I assembly nechi. But of course, Sanoba said president, Fabi Odidimi or Betty Asaki woman. Now, Ababe Jinawa Sahabi. And president Asaki woman, and he Apena Yakbabe Kriti fresh appointees. Songs and a
Yes.
And I don't know when Parliament Bessa Koshiabium as I attempted to reorganize the whole thing. I don't know when. And she says, the vacuum has been created based on Ebia Nyamabia. So Professor Amis time or allow the MMDCEs to stay in office for about 6 months.
Yes, I remember.
No, and so be and so by. ebi ni sɛ MCE na utia ye don na de bia wo officer e man kamfo na agiu de boje so na de ade sese wa ban awe ye do ye sitra ho 6 months wo ho no so ya sa limit o ya capu sika obetimi a spend in a month.
Okay.
Enti wa wo ho no kra no usunsum no afiri wu mu because who kwen na happen na security for a baby gate ma kra ye hu kra de fi o wa ban awe wo sa pede wa ha ucho hu enti omo no kra no they were not even visiting the offices and no problems are na e wo ho and sana ebinim so wo ho no they started renewing contracts bia na they were not supposed to do and as they say insu nim say what e won from say other ministries, departments, and agencies, some people are doing promotions, some are doing recruitment, and in added to the salary portfolio.
Yeah.
And why do you want to sit down for some of these things to happen? This is the time and why would you want to entertain all these problems? And the vacuum no and also what Ghana phone say within 14 days you benya the full complement of the cabinet. Okay. So it means the appointment of MMDCEs and all that will just follow as quickly as possible.
Okay. And no so concrete vacuum bebre because a human go so very well. Over, Mamina was here no pay. Na yeah, be party the year win John Mahama ba. Now so MMDC is cry na ye ba be yon crofo lobby na lobby. One mo hu ni say we ni ye party ni bi a wa ye adwuma wo district ho. And say ye hwe ne so the appointment yi de mano. Criteria be and say aban we hwe to making sure say MMDC is a beba no. The usual MMDCs ubo ni dia no abetna assembly ho common fund maya want to mean you soon na adwen bibia. I mean, how do we go away from that traditional awo wa aba besi ene
speaker
over
hey oh yeah no what the level 600 question bakwa tum bam
Kessben
wo say many Jombodu at the face during the time of NPP.
Okay.
Omoye appointment, Na onina swan say ye the loyalty na makes it tell me again your friend loyalty because edmana wo a technical work. It's about 80% technical work. 20% and political. And it's the competence, the technical knowledge, the organizational behavior, the human attitude. Now, loyalty, peswa. Every 4 years, was one bet you. Although, I'm going to jai. Any. Because, as you may know, say, I'm fan say, Upese Usi, road. Na, baby, road na fano.
Yes.
Party ni bi IDB akusi ho. Also, so we party in some. How are you going to remove that person from there? Because no one is very difficult for everybody. Me once say assembly ni kase osi marketer. Osi market ni we are who call market wa for party card lebeko. It is for everybody. So who doko na call hospital for party card lebeko. And where lies the party activities na a woman? I know the party in some and the bay me say a chief of staff this time the appointment enquire solely based on loyalty nti na ma mani age kakra say we going to because say baby I do bebu to biano you must tell us problems and how you intend solving the problems.
Okay.
Talk about it. And yeah, when you could be so, a to abandon now,
campaign, no, now
because Sanya Manu, I'm one NPP.
Okay.
Because me moment, say, so we are Nippon now. Na party constituency executive is so be trained for no, be almost but at the end of the 4 years, you know. Timamufono are demanding for their pound of flesh. Almost pay good roads, almost pay hospitals, almost pay clinics, almost pay markets, almost pay in food trobia, almost baby town hall meeting. I mean, Nyamabia, Ekoswa, and that is what they want to see. It is a who got now party in some. 4 years need rupe not Ghana for now start to fix the country. Say any MP no I'm free wa about one and Kazano Mobile. And no make MPP and any
I see.
And I could do because the system will correct itself. We are dying. And the people must learn and listen, kakra. Sort of it because Jumano Ebiesia onim the SSOye.
Jumani Kwana ye ka ho asem no se ene ye bo obi din se omra meye DC. Wo meye municipal chief executive, o meye mayor. Ewo Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, Takrade Metropolitan Assembly. Saa nipa na ye bo ni din se o meye mayor no ana wo meye DC ana MC no adwuma ben pa na I mean local government act no hwe se obeba be ye ne functions ne kura no ebi ni se ntia ama akwakoba ne se da bia ye susu se esese party fo aye adwuma ana ye rewarding loyalty di omo ko gina saa position ete saa
so I will say ono in person no one function, major function is all represent the central government.
Okay.
And the two or supervising the various departments.
In the assembly. In
the assembly.
Okay.
Then the day-to-day administration, or making sure say Yajuma. No, sir, chairman of the executive committee of the district assembly. And only a crude in a way say too bulky to disseminate orders here. But the assembly now kasano 88 clear functions.
Okay.
And it's a way on top. Now you are to supervise the various departments now. Now 88 functions no. Now I say I to say Obama 88 functions no aba into fruition. Aha, I want no problem no one. And the no the end there offer say executive chairman of the executive committee or supervising the various heads of departments. Now or share day-to-day administration now also representing central government now wakaho. Now the 88 functions one I say or shema execute.
Now,
noise abatement. Say there are noise pollution. Ewo district Other pollution. Say bibi can be gotta be amount for agi pavement aboso just say for instance now even supply of electricity. In conjunction with Ghana Electricity Corporation, assembly with Ghana Electricity Corporation. But assembly being our Fred district engineer Kraba assembly wiring saying no ono so te ho yedum kanea na MC te ho na obi ate ho kanea ba no nyina idede kanea na ba we obisa the economic strength of our district saying because yeah LI 1961 a try and say 209 a try and say there are various departments it's a say sub department in the count assemblies no maybe to say trade and industry department.
Yes.
Trade and industry department is very, very important. Assembly being or more says I don't know because say what assembly no bet me and making sure say a bro 300 na every week except a bad district anymore. A call be fast so it is your duty for man for no any self food sufficient. What I say now yes nipa sorry they don't know where to go now bia sorry or concline baby agboglosi they are go jam traffic war but trade and industry department must make sure say there is supply of maize in the district.
I see.
And it's just somebody must be thinking the normal wholesale package of people into the district assembly just because we have one power. If it happens like that, by the 4 years, all the gains will just go out straight because the people won't be satisfied with our performance.
I see. Over now where okay ni uye ni say ye ka say me de say maso wo form district ni bebre wo holo ma ye ka say sisi constituency executive say homo de abo ani o ekoa ni say wo moko ye ka say minim some constituencies nipa mako 24 wo mu nyina obi aso PDC ye di obi o hokra no a o trust statement de to ho ma no na wo ka say on tro mini ana wo minute so kura na wonim ye enso waso wo PDC ye di what you say ye kan party chairman bi wo constituency waso won wa ye adwuma pa enti yemfa MDCE na emfa manini woni constituency secretary wo mo de abo ani a kese enye ntokwa ketu akra ye ka say ye bi nso kura wo certificate nso kura enru ba bia so ho enti se say no ede ye ne be ye a ebema the necessary qualifications no aye adwuma na party for na tie ase se enye the normal trend na wo ba ya yesi o party ni we na no odin ti ne yemfa position no eba na enkrofo ntie ase why because entokwa na eba no anu odin over anu odin
Kessben Mr. Speaker
hey!
Well at this stage earlier on, may suggestion be say a public services commission.
Yes.
You bet me adjomo advice kakra. Na ya engage you to do the screening.
Okay.
And do baby na party for no as I say admano mo ye no aso ania. Then they give the green light.
Okay.
Because almost no na ye no party no sene ampa mi hu list bi wo baby na nipa apply no be 15 one constituency and I'm see wow
how crowd you so of a hodisa a hodipa ni so out to say hono human resource e bia omo nse da nurse wo ho but baby amiminim ni de wo mo ko papa
oh that be it's too early and the people should tone down kakra aduma no ye ama won say na do abana kem nti I don't want to go there but senior obe manage district assembly no man yes ties be yeah quality kakra job here 4 functions 4 ministries be obe create here no that ministries ni na omo functions ni na local government adwuma
okay
regional integration sanitation zongo development special initiative sa adwuma ni na no na aye bibibi e wo common fund nso no Now a threshold near 7.5 or better so they buy 5%. Now Miyam Shishims Adia Muye effect on the party. It is obvious and one area. And the NDC and Shenye na ye nipa 30 ye screening na ye na edinsem bebre beba. Obia ntwa na komantu ne yem. Na
yebetumi adum pempen so bia yebeka say no. The first qualification as I say yes sir. At least one year kura no de wo pedisi na nya diploma ana HND ana first degree. Yebetumi aye ne sa because ebasenka ye bibisa no a first of all, the first criteria no ebe limited nipa ne kakra. Na we dey say yato agumu a obi wo ho a SHS certificate kura woni bio enso so obedi DC. Brofui wo troto wo man say won kan a wontimi nkan.
Won say baby ami butu yi mi butu Ganoff. Menim NPP tag no. There was a doctor. Kessben. Dr. Dodu. Any obi a okoye nursing no ye nadmu penyini.
Okay.
Amuko shiai. The questions were ye campaign no na owe. Yes, Dr. Dodu was not part of the campaign. And to omo farmer no ye the man nurse ni no. Wa kotena all 4 years. Bibi anywhere ko so Ganoff ha.
I see.
And when people see some of these things now, then they know that I mean, obi abetimi akotena obi. On the previous, between musu any obi capacity. It was the last time I not say no nya so no MC. So what is your business? So because a young copa criteria be meto afi. Tamani a campaign who be some criteria.
Over. The coming days, you're bedding come why. Now, it didn't start to say PP, I'm a fro near Bubobi, so why? Woman, so I happen, we are the Obimu but to TV, so now you're the home come, you do we are not gonna for naturally. So based on their CV, no one more fatas on be DC in MC, ya one more kohona. Na yetimia and Comonisa, na Yahania, yes, in a camera. I don't remember no as why over. Engineer won't continue that we no heading common na enya no na report ya. Say one kasa wo pe DC ya wo se wo pe no say wo coordinating director trade kra betu wanim na okasi chief minute so ba ya ne yemfa nkoye adwuma wontimi nye wo so say wo pe DC you see wo do ho bekwa kwose ba bia wo ho bekwa kwakire wa because eniema na wo mo ye ho no kra wo nti ase ene be wi ase no na technocrat ne hyase na wo mu disika no wo mo de show but ese say wo na aye political appointee ni nti e ba say ye prosecute obi a wo ne ye betata hwe ho why wan kasa nim de na hwe qualification na hwe ba bia ye do ko e beboa ba bia wontimi nya adwuma na nkopepere ho nkogye nkotena so na e the problem kese de bebrel na wo ye office say da form ene e ba ne say assembly na diska na ye public accounts committee ye betena TV so ye ababe yi nsema no me abetototo wano a ho na abonsa nimguase no na abawi mo amo pre na munim se wan kasa wo carry wo hwe ho a na afrempon wan kasa wan aka akwasi pride president wa kwai de wo ye wo carry ne ho a wo se no fata position ya so opi munya rough no na munya sa de na ye party abanti ne chenchene osem DDC na constituency executives Government uko baby 17 or 25 constituency executives. Wamu nyina so mo position. Wamu nyina so mo position ade. DC so ya de anipa ba ko pe ne bedi. Ana ya yesa ma assembly concept no na egu because DC ni ba ye holding accountable. Adwuma sese DC ni assembly ye. Na wadi mpuntu oba district ni mu no ye de saa anibere ni nyina de akwakosue MP ni so na DC ni to no aye free on de na besu se ye de fertilizer free nkran ba no wache saa de na twam saa time na twam me na me party ni enti ye ko chief wo office chief wo ma ye duro kakra nkogu ye kokoso sansem na twam ye pedisi ya wo kura vision a wo wani so ade huna obetimi ya kasa me district wei me hwe me manfo ni suman ni omo niema a wo mo ya ekwan se ne ye fa so boye bra yentu kwan kopa investors mra no omo mebie factories wo district nim na ye nkrofo nya adwumanye we need those kind of people who can go and sit on the negotiation table. Ebetimi di mpuntu aba. Na enkoba se da bia chief wa ya so akota krade wo ko meeting aba. Chief wa ya so ko kumase ya friend so wo mra. Enti wo ko aba. Chief ko kumase ba wi a wo mfa hwema. Na oda so ti ho so ye chief. Munyai senkra sesem no. Sa ne ma no munyai na district no yenwro district ni bebre wo kromba. Na there are so many of the district assembly nim fanshinti. Ane ne mpuntu abomu saa. Wa ye kase wampi wo yete bo wo betena parliament. Enfie nwotwe mfie na wankasada. Na mbo wutie. Na wasa akwakonya DC ya wono so saa yete bo. District no munya hwe. Munya hwe. Nyade amubenya bibia. NPP 8 years. There are so many of the district a stronghold of the NPP. Essence one weak leadership. Our district, any MP level no district na enya hwe. Enso nyase wo mo anto aba ma NPP. Wo mo to di ma NPP, ba wo mo leaders a wo mo nyaaye. Nipa a wo mo pia no ma ni de DC no, wontimi nkeka ne ho, wo mo hye. Wontimi kura mankra ha melo bibia amfa nko district nim. MP nso ba ye wo betena nkra ha, wo ne namfofo, wo ne charisma. In fact, wontimi nko nipam, wontimi nko ba bia, enko pri bibia amfa ma district nim. Enti moto abade ma NPP no, 8 years no mo anya hwe wo district nim. NDC nso abasa na mo pese mo ye no. Hey, munya nkrasesem no. Na mumma obi a woye competent a. Wo mo ba wo mo betimi aye adwuma boa mampuntu aba district nim. Wo mo na sese mo hwe wo mo na party fo ni pia wo mo na wo mo kokwaji tumi no de beboa district no. Na yesi politics na mo ye no. Ne fra ne se mo te ho saa. Local champions mum timi man cry enkran kra no wo ba. Na afempo wo suro wontimi nkonipem. Wo ba no otete. Na dia kofati bobi so meyo DC. Hey, afi mu ba no mo anya adwuma aba no Ghana fo ahuto. Mo betena akonwa ne so na me DC ye be frɛ wu chief ni ama ka ba ko wo ba adwuma assembly fo nyina sore bechia. Hey, sa time na twam. Ye pe DC fo ni MC fo a na Reverend Paul, wo mo akasa so be firi wo mo pemu akasa. Yes, ye mi se me DC. Me ba ye me badawro, ma fre o man mu ni nyina. Mani suade hu na ekura me amedi bedi DC ni. Enti na nanu matra nkonwa mo mo me. Na ye nkonkran ko pribimra because ni ama na ha na ye che no. Mo de ma tibotibɔ na mo nkofa tibɔ nkoso bi a mo tworo minute to ho kura wontimi minute so. Ya ka kire ne se won tworo memo no kura ya tworo de ato ho won keka mu no won san kura wonim won te ase politics fo sa de ya twam o ba bi a ya duro no temamufo ni hia mpuntuo ye hia nsa kira ye wo ya abrabom ti munya sanse munu na obi a purpose wan kasa hwe ho a you don't even qualify wonni the certification abodi krata akra wo de bekwa akwa pribi no wonni enso so opedisi what be that yana ye nkrofo lobby a na lobby wo mo a etu ayi banche ne board ye kocheche won bedi ni free won bedi ye di free position wunya why wo de kwana kwaji bank loan na fashion envelope say what the bank cry oh babe lobby DC wunya because one kasa ho you don't even qualify office na wo pese wo kotinam no ebe ma problem say the problem kese pa na de bebro wo be ko no de ye wo department ni nyina wo nte ase ni e DC ka ni e de show ebe wi ase no wo na wo ba be yi ho ano ye de wo kokota obi ani wachi wo de kopre wo ho na ade a wuntimi ye no kogigi wanim so obetimi aye na edane ba for accountability en kase yan kan kiro we are telling you the truth oh ye kan kran dia kiro Godwin Paul Maakye
Kwame
go for so mo abaya ba na won qualify so obedi DC Unqualified opportunities bebre o DC yinkwa na obi ani di akiri. Having pon, one qualify. When him say wo kasi wo pe bibi different. E won kra hakura na. Woni abodi krata nti yemfa ma no. Enti won fa tatashe ne kokotako. Emra say wo pe DC because then the yen hwe qualification. Ye ba be say constituency executives no be vetting. Na wo ye campaign na wo henfa. Henfa na akogina ya wo ye campaign ni bi. Usika wo de ba ye saying party no kra ye nim wo he wo branch wo enye sa ade ye twam afi wo dadada. Assembly na ya ban office o enye party office. Ya ban office.
Kessben.
Government bomb I mean tio kakra ne enko energy sector enko ye adwuma ho na munya sa ne ma na mo cheche no mo fa competent people famra me ye adwuma no na Ghana fo nya so mfa so na mo de gidie a Ghana fo nya wo mumu no se mo amfa nimdie fo a metena ho mo anya adwuma no na mba ye kokwasa mo de mo beti I mean tio
Kessben.
President Mahama.
Kessben.
President Mahama. Si se de se meka President Mahama me nya amane biem. If you say Kwame uko UK a obi a wadi prime minister bia no wadi pen sa describing as a prime minister.
Yeah.
Up to now Bill Clinton Tony Blair mu na no ye describe as prime ministers. You understand? Ko wadi bida. Uko USA Clinton, they still call him, address him as a President Clinton, President Bush.
Yeah.
You understand? Tini ka President Mahama na nkofo di alusi bone say fa former na say ex no so you see there. Let say aba. Me na Akufo-Addo, I'll continue call him President.
I don't just or not yakogya.
That's it. Say bibia. Kwame.
Kessben.
Early last year.
Kessben.
Early last year. Was it early last year? No, late last middle of let's call it that way. Around March, June, July 2023. President Mahama went to Northern Region. Okoyena one of the chiefs in the Northern Region, Edin Komo, and was say they should vote for him because Osabe biem.
Yeah.
They should vote for him. Na omrano ombeye ni corrections, because there are a lot of things he did not get it right. It was person ba no be sa corrections. Kwame, President Mahama baby a washa ase die fi no. Se ofeli ebe mwanwa pa. Because it's not only correcting mistakes that he made in the 2012 when he came. But also correcting the mistakes. At a mills, I'm gonna achieve more. It is 3.5 years. Kwame, share. On the 3rd of April 2009, there was a crucial NDC meeting. Just check the date, 3rd April 2009. It tells you say. Satani adi Atamis si suno President Atamis late esi suno January, February, March,
April.
Yes, there was a crucial meeting. That was just 3 months of NDC, the government, and the founder, President Rawlings. And that was a crisis meeting. They dubbed it a crisis meeting. Why? Because President Rawlings went to that meeting to berate Atamis.
Kessben.
Criticize Atamis and say, what announced this statement about Bontin say the district chief executive who were appointed by President Kufuor to stay for further notice. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, for further notice. And that caused Atamis government. Rawlings said, no, the thing is a political appointment. And when you read the Article 20 of the Local Government Act, Kwame,
yeah,
they talk about the vacancy. I mean, person a boy for how you appointed district chief executives. Article 20 say there shall be district chief executive. Oma penny as appointed. But the vacant, which is section 4 of that article, the vacant can be a kwanya your first one MMDCE different one. Be ana wa resign and as we and we see and any vote of no confidence. Assembly members ni benya e free. A district chief executive say any not to test a pass vote of no confidence
against you.
Yes, and as removed from office by the president. President Taba, to read the constitution was say directive principles of the state policy. It is a president in a bar, dear a whole one all baba to you understand?
Yeah.
And to the district chief executives, they are being appointed by the president.
Kessben.
Yeah, they are not being elected. It's your position your political appointment. And Rollins told that Tamils that you got it wrong. Our people are there. They can work just like these people.
Who are human resource?
Who are human resource? People are craving. People are here not to help this country. Why do you have to keep these people? Because they are not ours. Rollins was criticized for say just 3 months or criticizing Atamils. The reason why Yilitre failed as a local government minister. Yilitre failed was reshuffled for Ofoswampafo. He couldn't do anything because they were MMDCs at post that they were appointed by President Kufuor.
Sabotaging.
Yes.
Sabotiers.
Yes. Sabotiers. So it took Julius Dabra to come to clear that mess. You understand? I'm quoting it mess. I'm not saying say district chief executive appointed by President Kufuor were mess.
No.
But I'm saying politically, to come to clear some mess in the local government. How are President Mahama
Kessben.
a day in the office, every statement is about what they say. It tells you that Papa who say I have 4 years. I don't have time.
There is no time.
And as someone catch there, northern region for any the northern region chief they say, Montua Banfamame, so that I could come and correct my mistakes. Mistakes is not correcting only the mistakes that he made from 2012 to 2016. But the mistakes are the predecessors. And all corrected. I wish you all the best.
Now, Nana, all to us, will be their best. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. When you come to Adansi Akrofrom constituency,
for the first time.
There is a particular person who wants to be a DC, but does not even have an SHS certificate. Lord have mercy.
Nanado down Kwakufuado. One of the factors are a DNPP co-position is RDVC.
MMDCE. No?
Yes, Kwame. The first term, he did it right. But the second term, Kwame, just imagine, it taken almost 1 year, more than 1 year, to appoint new district chief executives. And it was all over the place.
And also, no
one some American Kwame. Because you district chief executives are Dr. Mahmoud Bamia was given opportunity to give us a State of the Nation address. You remember?
Yeah.
Na projector what can wasem na exist.
And so assemblies now they buy.
Meanwhile, yes, they collected the data and the project from the district assemblies. So the district assemblies present them to the regional minister.
Yeah.
Then the regional minister will relay the information to the vice president. No akwaka abra na nya nokre. Oko ofenso a lot of projects na exist. District chief executive one more man penina be goofy big time. And Kofo no. That district chief executive no that's what why?
Galam said DC.
Yes, no, that's what why? Because according to party people no they were to stay there to spin agenda against Alan Chamatin.
Agenda no so amfa.
And also Swamfa.
Amfa eduwa
and also consul new patriotic party. Now Kwame TV. Mo DC no. And two ba how? You are not here. Oh, two ba.
I'm saying you're more than.
Oh, party for me no ba. Ba ko so obe pem aheme obo ba sorry in. Na obe pem aheme.
Okay.
It will buy na you be friend me na me koshiano our left na no and I'm didn't rise and I'm then the try you my office security to be na honesh and I'm the bar air condition and or catch them say this is when person me body me bo for me ka you know district
yeah
and obo wudi no obo mi di no say ye adwuma pa you understand
Kessben.
And another one also came he called me Kwame
yeah
omuni na district chief executive Kwame nya me problem obi betimi abasa Kwame wonte brofo ba na bia no expert Mr. Foucault fanche me honorable Foucault a former district chief executive as per at Tamil's time oye Keida district chief executive e was Santiachim South 7 Prediasa at that time no na school ko animu ba Kwame no were fantastic. He was fantastic. We share the project. Oh yeah, Kwame he worked. The point is say we should not appoint spare your friend say square day square pegs to square pegs in round holes. That's all Kwame. Say Kwame one month me anya sadie no they collapse John Mahama because John Mahama does not have 8 years. Sadia na so do 2 mitrim. And just 4 years. So he cannot afford to have some people in the maybe 2 years time oba be reshuffle. They should be the people that are competent people.
I will bet me a deliver.
Yes.
I will move vision a crumb on the John Mahama Diano.
Yeah. John Mahama was making an appointment. Which are a year. Ura Samwasapon.
Yeah.
Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. District League Table. District Assembly League Table. Organized by UNICEF, UN, and CDD. And the local government. Samwasapon for 3 years. He was number 1. Nationwide. Of I am up on Konyame for the crazy. Edoso municipal became second 3 times. And first back.
No more year, Juma.
They were working. Now let me tell you something. Tell me Samwasapon ba Ashanti region. Kwame. District chief executives.
Kessben.
And I say, Uko assembly.
Yeah.
There's no way that somebody can steal money. That's one of his legacy. Because he worked as a SFO, chief executive. Serious fraud office. You get me?
You want me from baby?
Yes. On no time. And I go Kumasia. Kwame. Baby. Gata sane breedy criminals. Ye kata swane breedy malaria. Ye kata su sisi stores was na confront ase. Enena and confront ase. Amakumasa industrious. Competence.
You say over Kumbasia. Government Bong. As a DNA mayor,
me bow.
And why you tan
me bow. Oh, Kojobonsu. One of the finest.
Kessben.
One of the finest. MCs are Ashanti region for Enya. Come on the time of the road trip park by. One the fighting for KJTA project. A man is and Twaba. Yebebu KJTA old one.
Yeah.
Almost almost premium buno. On the Kwesi G4 Quino. Esi zoo kwine swami kwine esi mensia kwine kosisi bloku rose and I do 2 a.m. and no mu raise ade no cough on the first confirmation sword all the overpasses o Kumasi ayi e fere say walk
food bridges
food bridges Kojobonsu time and no ye on the status disco bomb no any Christmas trees here this roundabout asa na bi ba akra
me ko hobro nya mitwa ba akobi
yes.
He started
the whole thing and said the be back. Why? Because Kojobonsu na Kumasi than Akumaso. Kojobonsu, no I hear Juma Adidas. As a Adidas for representatives. Me be picture be the take for no matter who qualifies to be your friend say a mayor. The whole Africa on Adidas representatives. And no sad than China. Kojobonsu was a sportive. Uko Kumasia, Udu Kula the gang. Omomotonom, cool. He brought them to Kumasi. He brought Gregory Isis to Kumasi. That time organized a concert. He brought your friend say a new addition to Kumasi. You understand? Ekamake Jackson Kwan went to me for Kumasi. Kojobonsu. So they see this guy say
the capacity.
The capacity. Kumasi than Akumaso.
So bet me
yes. So Atame said that Kojo, Mahama said Kojo kone kofa Kumasi mami. And he went to President Ron said, yes, me ko Kumasi to me for. Also, you know your own people. They are very difficult people to work with. I'm blessing you. Go to a 2-4 to bless you. Papa. When ye, my bre bienia sampai abese Kumasi no. Kwame. My bre. Oh, wabre. Waya juma da binya no ne party o Kwame. We have competent people on my urban planning. Ebetimi aboa ma system na move forward. Enu ne hia. Enye ye na ye de ballot box ne kono ye ne ekotwa nkofo ne yampne ho asam ne esama ha ma ye.
Ye na ne collation center.
Ye na ne collation center. Ye ne ni soldier for ne kokon ye ne ni police for ne kokon ye dabi. Ye ne ko bunkofo bi NPP fo bi na ye eni tie fa chief executive for ma dabi Kwame. You need competent oriented people.
Wonim de wo ye.
Wonim de wo ye. Presiding member can hwe obeka bia kire no
because wonim rana e dey bo assembly ne ho bai.
Director ex honest wo disika will be able to detect it.
Exactly.
With initiatives and then the obepe BOT build, operate and transfer. Na Kwame na adu omo ya. Me ba no obepe BOT Kwame. The omo pa no Kwame, that is what we need.
Na me fa eyi hono me friend say. Kumasi ayetan yo. Me fa eyi hono.
Kofi Juma so ye Juma pa ma me ka Kofi Ghana.
Yes,
he worked.
Oh yeah, Juma. Me fa KJT asoro ho. Baby azu ni wono. Traffic light no. Your friend the roundabout dey so hono mo. Adam sane asiye hwa de be fa left.
Akofana che eyina.
Debi me ka KJT a. Free bantima ba. Runabout this so sand it down left. Me ka pampa so de no.
Odiko zoo.
Odiko zoo adesiman.
Adesiman down.
And me turning left ko ya ko far your friend is saying Asanteman road no St. Louis College of Education.
Race was side.
Me fast wa na
ala chamate papa fie.
Edi road mu na me di kopie so ame. Runabout ni so.
Interchange.
Hokra de na me person de be kasem. And be we ye no wo mo say afrancho right macro kwan no so am macro kwan me fast na me se fam. I was saddened me re ho say no mre no ama na ma ye basa it's na be bisa say enti ekura e ma 1 million vote any city a Wamumudu na over 2/3 of the people voted for you. And I'm waiting to see what Mozan. From Swami Quina, the quad, the copy macroni and Franchoni,
Yeah.
Now, the way one more day, your friend is saying, sir, a year or more day cement, tell you, yeah. One more year, Quina, no more DSC, the market Rosie. San your market, Yakas, Mudu. Not just a car, the crack, Cocrana, it never been found. From some pie from a nimho, kwa sa wo ko swami macro afrancho ko say niwu na wo sa hwe say ekroni mu nyina yesum wo fa be kwai runabout e ba be dru ba bi a Lancaster yi wei to tomua de aba be siasa de aba be sane wo ko Vienna wo ko your friend say KMA kwan yi su say ba bia
yeah it's true Kwame and Kwame Kolumba meba.
Adakujom tese baby
na annoying part is Kwame. Mrs. Street Lighter. Me asema me nyaka do. Street Lighter abubu achiacha since 2014. 2014 Kwame. Yetimi anya chief executive sabetra ho saa. Kwame. Abetra omo ntimi anfixe ade no yamfa bi anka ho ade na ntimi anso de abubu na esa abubu na achiachia na nipa no obetena ho yede de bia na nkofo bi free Dutchman aba nkofo bi free Germany aba ya so de baller beye energy obi oye chief executive bia ba obesan sa contract ni
yehuda Omo ameye adwuma bia DCE is ne de eno an ye ka kire mo no ye de ye nka ne kese
owura yi
o fa ebebo
owura ayi
Kessben
Samuel osesibi And now what na you very say
national
service. Okofan kofo bi ba so mu be theater. O Kumasi. Chinese fo bi se be so mu fra Accra ha. Utwa mu photo anu no oko. Wo mu buanti utwa mu photo anu no oko. Sa oboa.
9 o'clock on the dot. Watch out, my numbers in here 0550 929 0550 929 0550 929 for our messages no ebra WhatsApp and SMS na menken kai ni nyina no emma yabeje ndi akenkan ni nyina ma we say good morning Mr. Speaker, happy new year to you and your team. Please, is it unlawful for government to ask all MMDCEs to hand over to the coordinating directors? I think Muhammad does not want to repeat the mistake of Atamels. We expect good governance from President Mahama. God bless you and bless our homeland Ghana. Crispat, Kumasi Nawo. Crispat, thank you for a message. Adiabano pay. We say good morning. You are saying President Mahama just have 4 years, but there is a saying that he can change the constitution and serve more than 4 years. Well, yeah, the encounter we say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Dr. Bawumia has paid the price for the mess of President Akufo-Addo he did to the good people of Kumasi, the banking sector, and the entire country. Breadwinners were beggars under President Akufo-Addo. Fifi, Ewo, Obuase, Anna, and this message, Ediaba. Fifi, thank you. Obuase, for what to say, for still what to say, Evangelist Abel can come do Ediaba, aka Teacher Bunchi, where the way free Asante Achim of Wase Ediaba. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Our presidents are not the problem, but their appointees. Big ups to my lovely daughter from Poma Vivian. Thank you for a message in Okosku Vision Academy. I'm grateful for a message in Anope. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. We lost this election because of some autocratic decisions taken by the leader, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, from the national down to the polling station level. They never took sense out of what you guys were telling them. Mela Ediwe Free Sene West and Ediaba. Mela, thank you for a message. Adiaba no pay me that's papa. Sulemana Ediwe Free a year Ashaman Diaba or say for me it's good because more people will have to be employed, but just as you guys are saying, the qualified people must be given the opportunity to work to satisfy the interests of the entire country and not just themselves and their families. Sulemana, thank you for a message. Adiaba no pay no na yeba energy sector no eso na ya yemwe juma kakra. We say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Ghana will work again. Saviola Edway Free Awaso ne diaba. Saviola, thank you for a message. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. You are doing a great job watching you live from Wase Japa. Thank you. Wase Japa for your chiamo Japa ye. Amenfi East, Nicholas constituency, okay. Jose, no, me were interested. Nipo be DMC or honest, so you'll be a why competent to bet me a year, because was a group on said yes, yeah, no, and yefe. Well, say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please tell the NDC government that he should not forget we the Arabic and Makaranta teachers. Okay. Yati Womonswati 1 for the anka 0550567929 0550567929 and no numbers no enti ubetime the messages no aba either on WhatsApp, SMS and as a Facebook or the fahoba yebeje na yakin kind ama 3 after 9 na mame fast dan be emma maboa for no pay womo asoye mu ye pa mame na EKD phones for ase EKD phones there womo ada romanti phone bi a wo pese wo yusu bia no ene womo the installment packages no aba mpacho beje phone a wo pe na afeto boase na tuatua ne nkakrakra EKD phones nko a na ye ni sei ede ma o ye iPhone lover na ope a new iPhone na mpacho usika so a wo de bra na woni EKD phones emedi enkobo womo ebehwe kama pa womo won kran ha womo ne Odor Rice building no anedi nhwanim ewo American Mall no inside the na obehu womo fro womo on 0539 985750 0539 985750 and after 0536-787973 na wone EKD phones any enkomo mame fast da no bi ma Chocho Industries na no pe Chocho fo ada roma mpacho wo mo product ne de egumu ahodo pii Chocho tea no anope ya wasori mpacho pese oni padua ne ye active na wonya ahoden de ko wadwuma so a esese wo koya no onnom Chocho tea ubetimi e the milk ne yesi kire de afra opese wo take as normal beverage se opese wo fa ne se de wo fa aduro ebe ye omo adwuma yie pa de a pacho emfa milk ne yesi kire no enka ho na ebebo adamu ni nyina e ma wonye bote wo be active na ebe keep you awake pa eye papa purely natural nuaba ana yede aye ma wonsa enka bi na Chocho BPT no pacho wa pressure e wo so wako a enko waduro nie anopa bia fa Chocho BPT ni bi na ebeboa e reduce pressure no ama waba back to normal obi bia nso ebe kama na wanya hoden e de aye wadwuma Chocho skin toner pacho ni titiri wo pese wo enrich wo body skin no a anopa esese wo use eye Chocho skin toner ene ne body cream ebeboa ma wo de no color na yi abapa enkoto chemicals bia enfans rasha pacho e de nanso oben ana de bebro wani be basa baby be kokko na baby aye tuntum na akoye baby oho anopa ye ma purely natural product eye herbal wo yusu a ebeboa wo ye Chocho skin toner no eye papa e wodwamai so nkwala yusu mpanyi yusu ana finso mema yusu na manso e yusu wo pe eye Chocho product ba ko a wo de fa wotiri mu a wo yo ba ebeboa ma wotiri no ene monyama ekita na timi abade a Chocho shampoo ne conditioner ana fe ni hair food pacho anopa wo hia se wo be yusu ni titiri mu a mununu motiri mu a na motiri nwi no etete no anopa Chocho product ana be ye ni nyina no e de ama wo mu product no egumu ahodo pii na supermarket ahodo ni nyina no eton bi okọ malls ahodo ni nyina nso obenya Chocho product ni bi ewo ho na watimi atobi yesu anopai ma wonsa enka bi opomachira kwan na opese wotu no dodo mo eton akọ yesu hum in the eastern region eho ana wo be hu wo mo fra wo mo on 055 185 5388 055 185 5388 181 5388 and after 0244 727348 0244 727348 na woni Chocho Industry any enkomo anope na womo ebeje so ama Ghana rice number 1 premium Ghanaian rice a ewo dwamai so mpacho ye duaye ewo Ghana ha ya so ho wo Ghana ha ana ya packaging ni neat ewo Ghana ha ama Ghana rice anunso de papa enchi anope obeye aduane aton as restaurant operator ma wonsanka ama Ghana rice na fa ye onuane nyina jollof rice fried rice ana wo ye anase anwamo rice balls mutio ni nyina no wo de ama Ghana rice ya efredom edema afi wo tie mi unya ya wo betu bi aton akwanya no ewo ho edema wo mo se fa eye 12400 bra na oni wo mo ninsa wo so betu no dodo mu pi edema na watimi akwakoton enya wo mfaso pacho wo mo wankra ha abeka La Paz wo mo eye adjacent the Eco Bank wo mo ben police container no ewo La Paz from one more on 0537 029 46 0537 029 464 and now when you are more ending command for 0207 676197 0207 676197 now when a ama Ghana rice any command 7 after 9 now mini abema Ben Benjamin Ben is here at executive director at the Semse be who not ye papa na I don't pay waba and medeno baba bedi and komo it looks as if day one of John Mahama's administration and John Mahama officer na energy sector no problem say wom no e sha say e hitting hard na e no hon komo ana many Ben baba bedi say Ben Maakye
Minia watumi ajaja mu ebefa ne saa official pa
bele hara to the new ajaja mu
is kind of
you be fine
but ma me abro bia na menete o chia na no pa bia se o ho te se ase nyame ne hwe me ne memba ti nyame behwen ana
nyame de obehwe nyina
Kessben
Richard mo start se mo nya mo kakrai
Enya gagra no fi.
Enya hwe e be fa ne sa o de we have a casa.
Diabolic in the oppo. Benisian diabolic. As only just McCarthy then up to the Nova. But then, let's come to the substantive issues. I mean, energy sector no has a lot of issues happening, say. But we want to take time. I mean, bear 5 minutes. Just brief us. At the end of what sector name, current happenings, energy sector name no, and the saying, a funny drew, and a funny drew say.
I think that want to make present without going to history. For us to understand the issues in the energy sector, and I was say
Kessben.
They happened in 2015. 2015, I think we faced a major power crisis, and one of the severe power crises in our history. And one intervention I did resolve power sector crisis was that you hear power plants, right? Because at that time the argument then was that now you need generation. A generation was far less compared to our demand, especially a dependable generation and a dependable capacity. Nti maabino esinsan contract bebre, and by 2016 now you have excess power of about 60% of what we needed, and excess power of about 60% of what we needed also means that now a kai will see it here, because the be make say kania entise tomatoes or kudumakoto was say or sign home contract na contract no sign we are and sign the nipa de kania na bisi was or twama nti there must be that assurance and sign will be able to see any power plant here. And that time now our economy was too young that no one wanted to come as a time. If you take the energy sector recovery program document, no say afibiano energy sector no boy enka almost 2 billion. It ranges between 17 billion Ghana cedis. Even as so for 2022 government did not pay any dime. 2023 2025 but last year 2024 aban antua dime bia amfanko with respect to the cash waterfall contribution. The budget should make it about 4 billion bidima, the power sector on Timintia and the country fed can say a $2.5 billion, and the $2.5 billion a car, a PPA car, make a PPA can a power purchase agreement car, a gas supplier contract car, say gas for my gas, no, a car edium $2.5 billion, no, but agencies now monoka mo denominate nyaka kuma ECG edika 47 billion Ghana cedis, VR edika 22 billion Ghana cedis, B Power Authority edika 11 billion Ghana cedis. Yeah, continue, and also governance also must make sure that right are also hybrid plants. The hybrid, they use light, but it is also disingenuous and very insincere on the part of Herbert Grant Party to say that light in the general on the time debt in the power sector is taken care of. And yes, I mean debt in the power sector is taken care of. And yes, I
Good morning, Speaker. Please, we are on strike and we will be reopened.
Asamayira me na okasa na no pay doctor tena se opoko asamayira nyarwa hodo a atuate se ewo nipaduanum doctor to ase e de ama
Better say odia na wo mufanye adwuma na wo muntua commission wo ho pa adopɛ eclipse ada